Have you ever noticed that some of the moves of Gen 2 Pokemon are really bad? Steel moves are unnecessarily inaccurate, fighting is just super inconsistent, PP is unevenly distributed, and there has never been a type more underpowered than Bug. Now, I'm making my own Crystal ROM hack that balances these oversights while trying my best to keep it feeling like Crystal. And today we're going to be covering our fixes to many of the unbalanced moves in this game, starting with Tackle. Tackle has a 5% chance to miss, which is really annoying. The purpose of accuracy is to give a drawback to an otherwise really good move. Since Tackle is a move you're forced to use in the early game, there's no beneficial trade-off with the less than perfect accuracy. It just adds uncertainty to a point in the game that doesn't really need it. With that said, Tackle will remain 35 base power, but now have 100% accuracy. Poison Sting is another early game move that, in my opinion, needs a boost. Its 20 base power always felt really pitiful, so we've bumped it up to 35 to essentially make it poison type Tackle. We've also done the same for the move Smog, which was previously awful. Its accuracy has gone from 70% to 100, and to balance this, we've lowered the chance of it poisoning from 40% down to 30. Lick is yet another seemingly unbalanced early game move. Lick is one of only 2 ghost moves in the game, and it has 20 base power. Now, its 30% chance to paralyze was nice, but ultimately it was an awful move that doesn't even make sense when you consider most electric moves have lower chances to paralyze. To remedy this, it now has 40 base power with a 10% chance to paralyze. Nope, and look at that, we've hit a subscription checkpoint. Gotta subscribe before we get to the next move. Leech Life is also getting its 20 base boosted, but up to 50. Bug simply needs better moves in Gen 2, and this was an easy choice. A lot of people have suggested it go to 70, but that's far too strong for Gen 2 for an early game move. We can't be looking at later generations with all the power creep, we gotta focus on Gen 2. Next up, Vine Whip is going to be buffed to 40 base power to be on par with its rival moves Ember and Water Gun. And Supersonic is going to have its accuracy buffed from 55% to 70. If Confuse Ray can be 100% accurate, Supersonic can be 70. Speaking of accuracy, I always found it annoying that rock moves had less than perfect. Rock is offensively great, so I get the need for an accuracy check on a move like Rock Slide, but I think Rock Throw is a move that should be consistent with 100% accuracy. On the other hand, Rock Slide will keep its 90% accuracy, but we've slightly buffed it from 75 to 80 base power. Steel Wing is another move which is now going to see 100% accuracy. Metal Claw has also been buffed to 100% accuracy, but we've also made the change to put its base power to 70. As a Steel Pokemon, you're basically either learning Steel Wing or Metal Claw, and so with that, I think they should really just rival each other in power. Now, Iron Tail was previously 100 base power with 75% accuracy. In comparison, moves like Fire Blast have 85% accuracy with 120 base power. That just doesn't feel appropriately balanced to me. So we've boosted Iron Tail's accuracy to match that with 85% accuracy, and it now has a 20% chance to lower defense. The move Egg Bomb is going to increase to 90% accuracy. Submission is going to move to 100% accuracy. Submission is also going to be buffed from 80 to 90 base power. Clamp is going to have 35 base power with 100% accuracy. Fire Spin is going to see the same treatment. Low Kick is also going to 100% accuracy, and the same with the move Octazooka. Now, next up, let's talk Bug type. Gen 2 Bug is in drastic need of an overhaul. On top of our Leech Life change, we're making Twin Needle now go from 25 damage per hit to 35. It's a twice hitting move, so this effectively takes its base power from 50 up to 70. A lot of Bug Pokemon will be learning this move now, but that's not the only change. Gen 2 Cut is a pointless move. You get it in Ilex Forest with 50 base power and 95% accuracy. However, in this exact same forest, you get the move Headbutt, which can be perpetually rebought, has 70% base power, 100% accuracy, and causes chance to flinch. The moment you get Cut, it is instantly outshone. And so to give Cut a purpose, what we've done is we've actually changed its type. It's one of the few changes we've done on type to now be Bug type. It's gonna keep its 50% base power with 100% accuracy, but the big change we're doing for it is it will be a move with a high crit chance, similar to Razor Leaf and Low Kick. Basically, Basically, all bug types will either learn Twin Needle, Cut, or Leech Life, giving them all access to a relatively decent move. And currently, the only other move that is getting a type change is Spike Cannon. There's just still not enough steel moves in Gen 2. With moves like Fury Attack and Fury Swipes, Spike Cannon as a normal move just didn't feel necessary. So it's going to keep its 20 base power, 2 to 5 hit, 100% accuracy, but now it's steel and some steel Pokemon are going to learn it. Now finishing up here, we've got a few more changes. Sludge Bomb is a really good move and we're making it more accessible in this game. With 90 base power, 100% accuracy, it's basically the Psychic, Ice Beam, Thunderbolt, etc. of poison moves. And so with that, its secondary effect to poison Pokemon should not be 30%. Thunderbolt, for example, has a 10% chance to paralyze. And so given that poison is less good than paralysis, we've left it with a 15% chance to poison. Now the fighting move Submission saw an increase in accuracy, but that's not the only fighting move we're going to fix. Gen 2 needs a decent, teachable fighting move. Rock Smash was the teachable fighting move, but it had 20 base power, making it literally useless. Sure, it had a 50% chance of lowering the defense stat of the opponent, but in my opinion, Gen 2 is in much dire need of a consistent fighting move as compared to some like weird niche stat lowering move. So to balance Rock Smash, what we've done is we've given it 60 base power and given it now a 20% chance to lower defense. The other fighting move that's going to see a buff is Triple Kick. This is Hitmontop's signature move. Originally, it hits 3 times, dealing 10, 20, and 30 base power respectively. A signature move dealing 60 base power with no other real effect is quite bad. So what we've done is we've actually increased its original base power to 15, so it will now do 15 damage, 30, and 45. This takes its base power up to 90, making it a very good fighting attack. With this change, it should hopefully open up a niche for Hitmontop. The other signature move that's going to get a boost is Crab Hammer. This is the signature move of Kingler, and I feel like it's a little lacking. With 85% accuracy and a less than 100% chance of hitting, I never felt like there was a point in using this move over Surf, despite the fact that it had a high crit chance. Now, after a lot of discussion, Kingler's stats are remaining the same, but I still wanted to slightly improve its water moves. To do this, we're buffing Crab Hammer. It's gonna now go to 100% accuracy with 100 base power. This may sound really strong, but remember, Kingler actually has very bad special attack. We actually ran the calculations on Crab Hammer with these stats in the Discord, and it comes out pretty good. 100 power Crab Hammer is essentially the equivalent of 65 base power Stomp. I think this change will put Kingler in a very nice spot. Now we've got a few more move changes. The Dark move Feint Attack is going to go from 60 base power up to 70, while Thief is moving from 40 up to 60. Similar to Rock Smash, Thief is the teachable Dark move of Gen 2. While it does have a very good effect, there's not a ton of trainers that actually have held items even in this ROM hack, so this change is more so just to put out a strong Dark option. Future Sight is another move that was in big disrepair. With 80 base power and a chance to miss, this move was infinitely worse than Psychic. Basically, if an enemy uses Future Sight on you, it takes 2 turns to hit, so it's ridiculously easy to play around. I don't expect any of you to use Future Sight because it's bad, but I know the AI will use it on you. So if the move is really easy to play around, it needs to at least have something over Psychic. And so what we've done is we've boosted its accuracy to 100% and moved its base power from 85 up to 120. Now we're still going to talk about PP changes, but first I just want to finish up with Dragon type. You know the move Twister? Yep. Yeah. That like dragon move that kind of looks like Gust. Have you ever used it in a playthrough? No, that's right. You've never held on to Twister for Claire, the Elite Four, anything. 40 base power dragon move is pathetic, making it essentially useless, and to fix that, we've simply boosted it up to 70 base power. Twister also does double damage against any Pokemon using Fly. There are a few AI in the game that have that move, so could make for some interesting plays. Now, the other dragon move we're buffing is Dragon Breath. Again, for a dragon move that you might want to be using against Lance in the final fight, 60 felt a little weak, so we've gone ahead and buffed that up to 70. Dragon's not an insanely good offensive type though, so we're gonna leave it with a 30% chance to paralyze. Now, the last set of changes we're making to the moves are PP related. And these changes for me are a little loose, but I am basically doing them for quality of life improvements. The game does not give you a lot of ethers, and it's really annoying having to go back to a Pokemon Center simply to up your PP. Now, this is a choice I'm open to hearing counters to, but apart from healing and one-hit KO moves, I've moved every 5 PP move up to 10. Fire Blast, Hyper Beam, Blizzard, etc. I am open to leaving this at 5 if there is enough people that want me to change it, but let me know. The moves that do need an increase, however, are some of the 10 PP moves. You've got the 90 base power, 100% accuracy moves like Thunderbolt, Flamethrower, 15 PP. But then for some reason, Psychic, Ice Beam, 10 PP. It makes no sense. So they're gonna go to 15 PP. Giga Drain, which is seeing a boost in power from 60 up to 75, is also going to go to 15 PP. Grass types are really bad in Gen 2, so Giga Drain is kind of the big thing I'm doing to make grass types better. Now, with that simple change, plus all the improvements to learn sets you're gonna see in our next video, grass types are going to be in a really good spot. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss that next video, and guys, I will see you in the next one. Peace!